Hello everyone. I'm at StreamYard said that I only have like 7 hours left, so it's either I try to update by spending money that I'm not going to do right now, or I find a new spot that I can stream from. So I'm not 100% sure how this one works, so we're gonna find out. And anyone who's here, just let me know. And tell me how you're writing and what you're writing today, and we will set up some streams like we normally do. Let me see. StreamYard said that. Sorry. I decided I was going to put myself on my channel too so that I could kind of see what's going on. Like I said, new platform, or at least new streaming service. I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing works. So just let me know. I didn't do any writing, of course, until now, because that's just kind of how I roll. Welcome for everyone who's here. I do appreciate it. Now, I normally start at 1:10 with an opening sprint of 10 minutes, unless somebody wants something different. And then I will start going with 20-minute sprints. Let me see if I can actually find banners or something. Something that lets me know it's very new for me. Let's see, what is layout editor? Hopefully I'm still... It's just all these interesting things going on. Trying to figure out how everything works. Alright, well, it says I've got at least one person watching. I don't know who that is, so if they want to introduce themselves and say hi, appreciate it. If not, that's okay. Let's see, there's interesting things here. Oh look, 2 people. Woohoo! 2. You want to introduce yourself and let me know what you're writing, please do. I'm trying to figure out if there's ways I can put banners or something up here that says when I'm actually having write-ins. If not, I will just put something in the chat so that hopefully people could see it. Because at this moment, I do not know any of the buttons, so it is very new. I'm utilizing it because I do not have... StreamYard says I only have a couple more hours until the 5th of December, since I am very close to the end of it. So I decided to try to look at something new to see how that would work. So let me know what you guys think as well, since it's definitely new. In 6 minutes, we're going to start our first write-in, our first stream. And I'll go for 10 minutes. Unless somebody else wants something more, just let me know. Don't know how, like on my end it seems to be clear, but when I'm looking at my phone, it looks like it's not. So interesting. Okay. Okay. So And that... Let me see if that works better. Tell me if there's any improvement. Because I'm not sure. Like, on my end it seems okay, but... like I said, I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to work with a new service because StreamYard is limited. So let me know if that worked better. Okay, so what it was is we have 3 Wi-Fis, or 3 hotspots we can use, and one of them is throttled because we use that one constantly. This one is a new one, which we only used on the weekends, so go figure. That would make sense. And I don't know how to put a banner up that says we're writing for this long, so, because, let me see, edit your stream title, nope, YouTube, go to the live dashboard, I didn't mean to do that. All these buttons, I'm pushing all these buttons. Dashboard, cloud, layout, studio, get help me. Anyways, we're going to start in a minute. We're going to start with a 10-minute warm up. So Alright, so we're going to start our 10-minute warm-up sprint. It's going to start, remember to hydrate, remember to save your progress so the gremlins don't eat it. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sprint, guys. I'm actually not going to mute this time so that if people walk in, I can say we're sprinting. So that means I will not be listening to any music, unless you guys really want to hear my caterwauling. I'm surprised Devin's not even on. That's odd for him. So let me know if my keyboard skills bother you guys. Devin just texted me to see if I was streaming. So he might be joining us, and then I will let him know. Mm. Huh. Interesting. Apparently there are two links, so I need to figure out what's going on. That's funny. Is there a way I can delete this one?
I know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that was set up to be scheduled, and then when you started this one, you started a new one.
Interesting.
So this is not the one that was scheduled.
Okay.
This is a new one that you started at the same time the other one was scheduled.
Well, yeah, he gave me the link. It's interesting. I don't know how to get rid of it though.
I can.
That's fine. We'll figure that out later. All these weird technical difficulties. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, well that is time. Let me write done in here. So, how did you all do? I think there's still just one today, aside from me. But that is fine. Hey, Devin. Sorry about the mix-up. We're trying to do something different than StreamYard because I only have about 7 hours left on StreamYard until the 5th of December. So we're trying to find something that I can utilize because we can't do the paid at this moment. We think that when I started this one, I must have created a duplicate somewhere. And so we're going to fix all that up. But this is Streamlabs. It's a little different. I'm still trying to figure out how it works. I'd gotten the email yesterday after the live. Let's see. I did not actually get much done because I was trying. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, I only did 96 words that time. I haven't put it on mute at all, and that's because I don't know how to make banners in this right now. So I don't know how to say we are sprinting, so I'm just keeping it up in case people walk in. I can say, oh yeah, we're sprinting, by the way. So I know Mijal was on. She might have hopped off. So then how are you doing today? This might be a very quiet stream today, which is fine. It's Wednesday. It's in the middle of the week, and I know people get that hump day slump, as they like to call it. Either that or there are visitors that have some hidden thing. Ah, there we go. Mijal's here. 167 words. You did a lot better than I did. That's awesome. I hope I wasn't too distracting because I know there was sound going on. I mean, I can always put music on if you want some type of music. They could have, Devin. I'm not sure. Like, according to my husband, there was one link, and then when I started my stream, 2 links showed up. So I'm not sure. And I mean, if that's the case, that's okay. We're trying to work out the bugs in this new streaming service. And so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna keep filming regardless, and people can watch the back takes if they want. The first couple of minutes is very buggy because we found out that my one Wi-Fi is throttling it, so it's slow, and I have to use my backup hotspot to make it work, which makes it funny. It's all experimentation. So, would you like to do the second sprint on 125 or 130? What would be your preferred method? I mean, it's funny because on my phone it says there's 4 people watching. On the actual streaming service it says only 1 person. So that's why I'm like, I just have 1 person. But I'm okay with that. So yeah, please let me know when you want the next sprint, how long you want it, and if you want to listen to music or not, because I haven't been putting it on mute just in case somebody walks in and wonders what's going on, so I can let people know. If you want, I can put it on mute and we can still deal with it that way. I just can't put any banners up at this moment because I'm using a new service, so I'm trying to figure it all out. And if you're hearing me on repeat, I apologize. Yeah, and I think that's weird. The other option that could have happened was I had put the service on my phone, and when I hit a live, it might have scheduled, and then it rescheduled. Not sure, but we are trying to figure it out. It happened to me with another live stream that was scheduled. It was weird. Ooh, what's this little thing? I'll probably miss tomorrow's stream because I have to be. It's understandable, Devin. It's understandable. I don't expect everyone to be in my streams all the time. I mean, that would be kind of crazy to ask somebody to do that. So, don't worry. It was just odd going, where's Devin? I don't know where he is. This is odd. He's normally the first person here. And then, ding! And I'm like, and that's when I found out there was actually 2 streams instead of 1. But if you guys just be patient, I will figure out how to work this thing. It's a little odd on my end, so. Alright, it looks like we will do a 1:30. And, you know, I'm wondering if it's best. Yeah, because as you can see on mine, I just have 1 link. I don't have 2, so this is what's got me all confused. Yeah, no, I figured you were probably at the first one. I had never seen a link. This is the one I've got. So, I don't know. I don't know. We are trying to figure it out, though. Like I said, it's definitely just the 1 link on my end. But since I have us being all quiet, and I'm not muting my thing, how does everyone feel about... Could I get copyright written if I use an ambiance, though? Probably. I'm not sure now. I was thinking maybe I could turn some ambiance on and you guys would be okay with that, but now I think about it, YouTube might get upset with that. I'm not sure. They might. It was actually something that always bugged me when I was on other people's write-ins, that they'd be listening to cool music and I'd never get to listen to it. I'm like, why don't you show it? Why don't you let me listen to it? And then I find out, oh, wait, it's because you could actually get taken down from YouTube in them. I could sing for you guys. I don't know. Do you guys really want to hear me singing? I think I'd chase everyone out of the stream, personally. I really think I would. I think I'd chase everyone out of the stream. I mean, I don't know. Would I get flagged for that, you know? I mean, not that I'm getting monetized anyways for this. Let's see. Here, for you, Devin, I can say, there's only so much that a heart can take before it starts to break. Please don't make me love you. Please don't make me need you. I've no room in my life for something like this. Please don't take my mornings. Please don't steal my summers. I know they would vanish the moment we kiss. I know, I did. Yeah. I grow weak when we talk. I'm confused when we touch. I should just walk away, but that's asking too much. Please don't make me do this. Please don't make me want this. All my dreams were taken until I met you. Not sure I can go through all the joy and the pain. Much better not to let these dreams take flight. There you go. Oh God, I'm hearing myself on my husband's thing. He's listening to it. Alright, so it is 1:30. Let us do a 20-minute sprint. I do not have it on mute unless somebody really begs me to have it on mute because I don't have a banner. Oh, thank you. So remember to hydrate or drink some type of beverage you like. In my case, I'm doing a smoothie that homemade blueberry smoothie that I made. Protein smoothie. Save so that the gremlins don't take your work, and we will be right back in 20 minutes. So 1:52. Encore. I'll start doing Evanescence. No, I'll do the ghost love story. It's actually one of my favorites, and I can hit those notes. I keep pushing this chapter further and further away. Oh well. Hmm. Hey, Amy. Welcome. As I was telling everyone, I'm using a different streaming service, so it is it's a little wonky right now, so I don't have myself on mute just in case people come in. We're in the middle of a sprint until 10 more minutes. That's fine. I think there's a lot of people hopping in and out, so it's alright. Well, what are you trying to write? Hmm. Hmm. Cute writing prompt. Well, you could do something like these two YouTubers go through a rival of trying to get audience members to look at them, and then they start getting paired slowly with themselves like an enemies to lovers type of thing. And that's just if you want to use YouTube. Trying to think. It depends. Do you want more contemporary or more fantasy or horror? Well, you could invert a few tropes and put in enemies to lovers where there's two people that are the villains of a story that are trying to capture this one kingdom for themselves, but they each get in each other's way as the heroes are trying to stop them. The heroes. And they actually start falling in love with one another, and then they can join forces to attack the heroes. That's if you want to subvert that type of plot. I like villains and dark stuff, so. 2 more minutes. Sorry, guys, I'm talking a lot. Well, feel free to use it then, Amy. I'm not married to ideas, so have fun with it. I've been told I'm very good at coming up with ideas. I'm actually an extrovert writer, so yeah, I'm fine with being friends. Alright, that is actually the end of the second sprint. And I did 366. Wasn't as much as I wanted, but you know, I don't think it was too bad. So, how did you guys do? And please let me know if I need to mute as we're doing those sprints, because I know most sprints don't have people talking. I find that a lot of writers are introverted. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the wrong industry, but I love writing so much that I don't really care that I'm an extrovert. My previous agent liked the fact that I'm one who would go into conventions and you know, shamelessly promote myself until I'm blue in the face. No problem. Just going off about it. It's really funny on this Streamlabs thing that I'm streaming on. It says there's one viewer, but if I look on the YouTube site on my phone, it says I've got 5. so, so we're gonna take a little bit of a break so everyone can stretch and get their food, their water, their, you know, walk around if they want. You know, I'm drinking a protein shake so that I made here. I love making smoothies. They're so fun. And we'll start the next one at 2. We'll go with for 20 minutes again, unless somebody wants to start at a different time and go for a different amount of time. Just let me know. Some people say 20 is too short. Some people say they want more. Very good. We've got my I want to say my gel, but it might be me gel. So I do apologize if I'm butchering the name. I'm very bad at names, but they said that they got 285, and then oh my God, Amy, I'm a very shy person as well. I don't know if I can show stuff on the chat yet. I'm still learning this thing, which I think I've repeated too many times to count tonight. But Devin seemed to like the singing I was doing, so there we go. I guess that's not too bad. And if anyone else wants to say what they've got, they are more than welcome. So Amy wrote, "From the corner of my eye, I could see a girl walking, her pigtails bobbing every which way. You remind me of a princess," she said, and I looked her way again, avoiding the dim lights. "Thank you, but I won't always be like this," I muttered. Which is pretty funny. It makes me go, what else are they going to look like? Like it's like a master of illusion type of thing. And Amy's talking to Mijal and says, "Introvert buddies." It's always good to have buddies, especially in this time of day. Well, in this day and age, this time of year. Oh, nice. Sorry, I'm just looking at all the settings. It's very, very technical. Like, I think there's actually more on Streamlabs than there is in StreamYard. Like, I could actually stream everything. I don't know about StreamYard, but in this one, I could stream on all platforms at the same time. I could stream Twitch, I could stream on here. I think there was one other it was talking about, but I think they said there's up to 5 platforms that I could stream on the same time. Some of it you have to use their paid service, some you don't. Aw, thank you, Amy. I love the way you narrated that. Sounds spooky. Sings October songs. I actually have a video where I recorded in the dark, except for some lights, where I narrated the first chapter of the paranormal romance book that I had received an agent for. And that one's a horror romance, so it deals with Grim Reapers, so it's spooky. If you want to listen to that, I have 2 videos. One has sound effects, one doesn't. Because not everyone wants to hear sound effects. And makes a weird sound that I'm not sure exists. Is it Mijal? Or is it Mijal? I can roll R's. Mijar. Sorry, now I'm starting to do that. Fun fact for those who don't know, I actually learned how to speak German and English at the same time growing up. So I don't speak English all that correct in America. In fact, I've had a lot of people say that the way I switch my words is off because, like the Germans, I put my verbs in the back, so it kind of sounds like I'm speaking like Yoda speaks. So that's a little bit. Sometimes if I'm not thinking about what I'm speaking, you'll hear it because I'll just go off that way. And my husband noticed that too, and we never understood what exactly was wrong until we realized that because I learned German and English at the same time, I get things mixed up. Cortez. I don't know if that would be something you'd want there. So, in Sha. So, Michal. So, Michal? Like that? Or is it Chala instead of Shala? See, I'm hearing Cha I'm hearing Shah instead of Cha. So, I love thinking about names. My real last name is actually very difficult because my husband and I put, I think he's actually watching. My husband and I put our names together and translated into English, it means dragon hunter or dragon slayer. So, but we like because we are German and Polish, so we have both names put together. So it's kind of fun. We're also Sicilian, but I don't use the Sicilian names. Let's see. Don't worry, I don't know how to write out the pronunciation of my name. The J makes a weird sound. I mean, Catherine's not my actual name. It is the name that I use as a pseudonym. So, and I should say we, because my husband's actually my co-author. So we just decided to use Catherine Faye because it was a brand, and we're branding ourselves to be dark fiction horror writers. So, it's dark because we'll do sci-fi and fantasy and urban. So, I just tell people that we write dark stuff. Hello, Puffin Farrell. Welcome to the stream. I actually should have started the last write-in 2 minutes ago. So, let me just look at the rest of the comments real quick. Let's see. Michal. Now I'm trying to get it right. Michal says that they love Amy's excerpt. Cortez, yes. African surname that everyone struggles to say. I don't know if I said it right, so let me know if I said it right, Amy, because you said, could you say it with the R's? And I said Cortez. So let me know. I don't know. Maybe I didn't spell it right. See. All right. Well, since we are 2 minutes late, we will end at not end, but the third sprint will end at 2:23. Okay, and we are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, I'm not muting unless I need to.
Cortez is Spanish.
It,
Z-E-Z.
yes, and she said it was African.
Z-E. Cortez.
Corse? Did I say it wrong? Ah. Sorry, my husband showed me it's Cortez, I think. I don't know why I'm saying Cortez. That's weird. Cortez. Because of Zed. I switch things. See, I told you. I do that. I really do switch them. Anyways. Get all the words, guys. Let me write in here. So yeah, it's Cortez or Cortez. All right. Well, thank you, hubby. He's listening, so thank you. I don't know why I was seeing the Cortez because, now that I look at it, it definitely is not Cortez. It's Cortez. Yeah. buddy. Trying to write. You gonna lay right there? As long as you don't show people your butt. You don't need to do that. Can lay down there. You can't hide from the camera. You're big. You're a big guy. You might be able to pick up your purring, buddy. Oh. Enjoy meditation there, Brandon. I like meditating too. I love meditation, Brandon. I tend to take 10, sometimes 20 minutes out. Normally in the morning, sometimes at night. It really just depends. It's really good to just kind of ground yourself and relax, whether it's from a stressful day or to boost your mood so that hopefully you will go about your day and have less stress. I actually had one person not understand why meditation was so needed, and then we proceeded to walk her through a meditation routine, and she went, "Oh my god." Her mind was completely blown away. She did not understand how wonderful meditation is. Yeah, I'm the same way. It depends on if I'm doing it in the morning or the evening, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I'll meditate before working out, or I will work out and then I'll meditate. It depends on really how stressful the workout is. Yoga's pretty good, so I don't. Well, no, I can't say that. I have meditated after yoga, especially if it's a very hard yoga. It really just depends. Alright, that is time. You want to tell me how many words you got to? Let me see. What did I get to? ah. I did 316. It's not too much, but, it's something. Any words is something. And of course my cat joined me, so he's right here. Yeah, I've listened to guided meditations. Those are always nice. And then sometimes just putting some ambiance that's really relaxing. Or, yeah, 10 minutes is good. I've had people start at 5. So it really just depends on, how well somebody can sit still for that long. I always find starting out with a guided meditation is good so that people, can latch on to at least somebody walking them through the emotions of how they're supposed to feel when they're in meditation, and then once they get used to it, they could probably do it themselves. It's okay, Brandon. Meditation is still a good thing to do. Believe me, sometimes it works when you can't write. It's just clearing your mind. No writing done here either. Still looking for writing prompts. I mean, I've got one in the back of my mind that I might eventually work on, but I'm not sure. It's just not a romance. So I don't know. Right now I'm really enjoying well, I'm not working on my middle grade right now. But I am enjoying this one. So at 2:30. Yeah, we can do 2:30. At 2:30 we'll do our final sprint, and that'll be for 20, and then that'll bring us to 2:50. And then I can do an outro, or we could just talk for like 10 more minutes. Or you guys can sit here and listen to me yabber on. Yammer yabber. Oh, you see my face up there? You can't see him. Well, you can kind of see one of his haunches. Right there. I've had people that see it and they're like, he's big. And I'm like, yeah, he's a Maine Coon. Maine Coons are big. And he's actually a small Maine Coon. Some of them can get upwards to 20, 30 pounds. He's just about 10 or 11. Last time he was 10, but I think he's also grown to 11. Let's see. A descendant of the kings of a lost empire tries to reclaim his empire from the conquerors. And see, now I'm thinking of how to subvert that. Well, remember what I told you, Amy, is that you have two conquerors trying to take somebody's kingdom, but they're fighting each other, and then they find out that they fall in love, and then they start bringing their two armies together. Something like that. Let's see, my writing prompt for my romance, my paranormal romance, was after bringing home a mummy from ancient Egypt, the main character, hey baby, is attacked by ghosts trying to take the mummy, and is saved by Grim Reaper. And she finds out that they have to work together in order to stop the ghosts from resurrecting the mummy. Kitten, stop that. And they start falling in love. He's being very affectionate. You know what I'll sometimes do, and it can be really fun, is I will take a book, like, let's say this one, and I'll crack open a page, and I'll be like, behind the church in the midst of a large ruin, we did indeed find a man with a shovel. Write that line down and figure out where it goes from there. That's one of my surefire prompts. But never pick a sentence that's iconic or contains somebody's name, because obviously if you're taking from a published book, you don't want it to be something anyone would know. But some people have stuff like My Dear Friend. You know, the dog ate the cat. Well, not many books have that, but you know, little things like that might be catchy but prompt you at the same time, so it kind of makes you want to figure out and write your way out of a corner. You're welcome. I mean, have you seen my bookcase? I've got about 600 books on this side. I have 2 more bookshelves back there. I have another bookshelf over there. I've got a couple stacks of books in my bedroom. I mean, my husband and I have about 600 to 700 books altogether. I mean, you can see some books behind me that I've had to stack up. That's my mask, kitten. It's mine, you can't have. So yeah, there's lots of books you can pick up. And it doesn't even have to be in the genre you're trying to write. Especially if you're just picking up a random line. Well, so Brandon, if it's a hard sentence, then that's just, if it's a hard sentence, then just pick more, just pick another thing. Ah, thank you. So, I have worn this mask several times because I like to come in costume sometimes. So, I'll do stuff like that. Let's see. I know my hair's all messed up now. Yesterday I did this, and I had a few things. Let me see. I have this one. Goes on my head like this. Fabulous. Let's see. This hat. This mask. They're all leather masks, by the way. Well, except for the bird one. The bird one I actually got at a dollar store, so it was very cheap. But yeah. Like, if you watch my videos, you actually will see that I'm in costume in all of my videos. Including the ASMR ones. Now, of course, my channel's just kind of started, so... Crackling. When you said crackling, I thought you meant my voice was crackling. I was going to say, I don't know, it's the mic problem. Oh. I haven't even brought out my fans. Ooh. We're supposed to be on a writing sprint, but of course. So, feather masks, or feather fan. This one's not my biggest. My biggest fan is actually about yay big. Don't think it fits in here. I don't even know where it's hiding. But yeah, I don't do fans and masks at all. Let me see. Man, you make me want to find where my biggest fan is. Goodness. I don't know, I'll have to find it for you guys. But yeah. Believe me, I have a lot. I also have a lot of corsets. I have... My husband and I actually work for the Renaissance Fair, and we have to dress up. So, we also work for anime conventions, and we work for their live-action roleplay department. So, I have a lot of props. I think I was showing everyone yesterday that this is my money face. It's my wallet. And you can find me on Facebook. There's the pun of the day. And I absolutely don't like peacocks. No. I don't like peacocks at all. So. And I love the inside of this. I love the inside of this paper. But yes, my husband and I are both anime nerds, and he looks like Lupin Sensei, Lupin the Third. He does. So, there you go. It's a little bit more about me. I can't even say watches in spare time. We have a lot of anime. Makes sense. Alright. I did promise us one more sprint. So. Why, thank you. And just for you, I will show you my dragon pen. I mean, I show it to everyone, but this is my dragon pen. And again, I am still doing the calligraphy videos so people can learn how to do calligraphy. Because I like to teach people that. Oh, here you go, Brandon. This is my wedding chalice. My husband and I have matching wedding chalices. And wait till I show you my 1920s South American water buffalo drinking horn. That's actually an antique, but we need to do another sprint. I've promised we need to do another sprint. So, let's do another 20-minute sprint. If we end late again, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So, everyone, make sure that you are hydrating. Make sure you are saving your words or the gremlins will get you. Believe me, it's after midnight. If you have fed the magwai, they will be after you. Always make sure you hydrate, walk around, do what you need to feel good and right. Alright. So we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get all of those words, guys. of you Final Fantasy VII lovers. This guy's legit 6 feet tall. And yes, my friend and I made the Buster Sword. So, thought I would show you. Now let's get back to your words. Oh, that's just the fake one. I haven't showed you the real swords I have. I also have dagger playing cards. Cards that are literally weapons. Those are fun too. Don't ever throw them at somebody. My husband's German, but his father's side of his family comes from the McIntyre clan. So, not Irish, Scottish. Oh, this is actually it's a blueberry protein smoothie that I made before starting the stream. So, I like to make smoothies and shakes at home. My husband and I don't eat out. Like, we've only eaten out twice during this entire pandemic, so. I am Italian Polish. Well, Sicilian Polish, if we want to be very, very technical. Because we Sicilians don't want to be lumped in with the rest of them. I think it is. Let's see, I put almond milk, blueberries, almond butter, chocolate protein powder, some cinnamon. I think that was all. No sugar except for what's in the blueberries and probably the protein shake and whatever's in the almond butter. Well, look at that. See, you needed a prompt for your romance book. It looks like it's blossoming on the stream. Sounds like this computer is about to die, not that one. Oh yeah, no, I've lost 40 pounds during this pandemic. And I got my A1C to 6.2, which is pre-diabetic, but I'm a type 1, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm very healthy, and I have a boxing, actually I've got a gym over there. Like, I literally made a gym, so. Yeah, I do boxing, weightlifting, and all that fun stuff. My husband's ex-military, so we try to stay as healthy as we can. Can you feel the love tonight? You needn't look too far. A little low on my key there. Yeah, that's always fun, to have. That's what I like about sprints. Is it's all about fun. At least it should be about fun. But you know, I have to say I have seen some live streams that are just people screaming at one another. So Google Translate can be sort of correct. It might have some problems here and there, but I know on my mom's side we have some Celtic in us. I don't know how much. All I know is that we were very Anglo-Saxon Celts because, well, Anglo-Saxons originated in that area, and we go back pretty far into the Celts, and we were sent over with General Oglethorpe to colonize the Carolinas because we threatened the life of the English king. Aside from being debtors and commoners. So. Alright, let's see. We have 5 minutes left of the sprint. Ah, 30 minutes of power. This thing is almost gone. Of course. Low blood sugar again. Yeah, if to be technical, my mom said that my family had originated from the Gaelic, but again, not much I know more besides what I have researched. Like, I know more about my father's side, which is the Polish Sicilian side, than I do about my mother's side, except for where we originated, how we came over to America, and that we have been in the military since the Revolutionary War. And that's my mother's side. My father's side has a very darker past that involves FBI and a few other things, so I won't go much into that. And with that said, that is actually the end of our last sprint. So if you guys want to bring up your word count. I did 365 for that sprint, despite all my moving about. And let's see what I did for the entirety. I did 1,108 today. This stream. And let's see. I'm doing a lot of calculations, so there's N if you want to let me know what you did. $30,719. So I'm still a little behind, but I think I'm a little behind now. I'm not sure actually. I think I am though. My phone's actually about to die too, so there's a few things that are about to die. It's a good thing we're ending the stream. So, my phone's about to die because it's providing the internet for this stream at the moment. but I'm only down by a little bit, so that's fine. I should be able to catch up, actually. So that's fine. So then, I'm actually going to do a few things while you guys do what you're doing. Please let me know in the chat how you did for the last one, and I am going to go charge everything so I don't lose you guys in the middle of this, the rest of this. Sorry about that. Right. So, now I really don't know how many people are here. Because my phone that was telling me is now hiding. So, there's a lot of chatter in the chat. Let's see. Awesome. We have Amy saying that she got a sentence done. It's still a sentence. Any words count. And we've got Michal or Michal. Please let me know. Well, I'm trying to get it right because there's two ways to say chala. You can either do a shal or chal that I'm aware of. So, if there's another way, let me know that too. So, we have Michal saying, I don't know where I left off last time, but the final word count for the night is 1740, so awesome on that one. It's always good to have a final word count. I'm going to have to change my pump, but I'm not going to do that while I'm here because that involves needles, and there are people that have needle problems. And for those of you who wonder, my pump is my pancreas. It's my electronic pancreas, so some people always ask that. So we have a lot of chatter, like I said. We have Amy saying, red liquid dripped from the walls. Wide letter stretching across the white concrete. Dripped from the walls. I think you actually just did that. Drip from the walls, wide letters stretching across the concrete. I don't know if that's supposed to do it twice or if you were correcting something. We do have a lot of talk about the Celtic Gale. That makes sense. Gaelic would you would say that would be the Scottish Celts due to the fact that they spoke Gaelic. So my family we are Irish. My husband, like I said, came from the McIntyre clan. So he's very Scottish. Well, he's got a lot in him. He is the fourth of a German family. I say the fourth because his name is literally the same exact name except for the fourth on it. And we'll have the fifth one day. I've already said we'll have the fifth, so I have to live up to family tradition on that one. Family tradition is big. And Brandon said he could talk about his Celtic culture all day. writing has its own effect. There's a lot of talk back and forth. Let's see. It's nothing. It's better than nothing. What type of nothing? Are we talking about Shakespeare's nothing? Because I don't know how much is better than Shakespeare's nothing. Well, it wouldn't be my avatar, Amy, because my avatar is my cat. And though he is beautiful, I do not think he looks like a Celtic goddess or an Irish goddess. Anything of that nature. So, wouldn't be my. It definitely wouldn't be mine. Let's see. Don't think I'll start worshipping you. Glares, not sure if I want to go on, considering she was the concubine of Dagda. See, well, I can't say the only. I actually, so my upper middle grade urban fantasy is about this kid who's trying to rescue his father, who was kidnapped by, I call them goblins, it's a lot easier, but in order to do this, he actually recruits, or I should say, he bargains with the Tuatha De Danann, and that translated is the children of Danann, who were fallen gods by some people, elves or fae by some others, depending on how you go about it. And I go deep into the Seelie and Unseelie courts and a lot about the Celtic myth, as well as a lot of old mythology that centers around the dark parts about soul magic. Like the kid can't get out of soul magic. A promise is a promise, and the fae do not. They don't promise easily. And just okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reading everything. Is that Mac Grein or Grein? Mac Grein or Mac Grein? I know, I'm just like. And Michal says that they will go to sleep now, and thank you for the live stream. Thank you for coming. I do appreciate anyone who is willing to stay and write this late. And I say this late because it is 0300 here. I live in America. Greenach. Okay. So I didn't even really, it was Greenach. Thank you. I do not speak Gaelic or Celtic or Gaul or Welsh, although I tried. I did learn about that. Well, there was a Mac right there. You said Mac or Mock. So that's why I thought that. I apologize. Okay. They are fae, elves, and fallen angels in the Christianized version. And I heard that in the non-Christianized version that they were fallen gods. Some people will also call them fallen devils or demons. It really just depends on your version. In my middle grade, I have them as both the fallen. They are both the Seelie and the Unseelie courts. So they are both the 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 evil and the good, the dark and the light, depending on how you would interpret it. So, I like to tell a good story, and I do a lot of my research, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I know it as much as Brandon does, because Brandon lives it more than I do. I go from ancient tales, and I don't just stay with the Celtic. I also go into the Germanic. I might try to dabble in others, but I want to keep it. If I do dabble in others, I do have sensitivity readers because I am dealing with other cultures, so I want to try to do it as best justice as I can. Oh, no doubt, Brandon, you grew up around it, so you know all about it. So I might contact you at one point in an area with few people who still believe in the Celtic gods and the myths. So you grew up around hearing oral tradition, and since I want to go more into the old ways, and I do have a lot of friends who are druids, Wiccan, people that have grown up in it and have learned more than I have. So I do try to get it as accurate as I can. I try. That's why I ask a lot of people. So I might ask Brandon a lot if I can contact him outside the streams. So if you're still hearing it, my videos, and I don't know if you're subscribed to me, but my videos, not my live stream, but my videos have my social media, including my Instagram or my Twitter, which are actually the easiest ways to get a hold of me. Got it. It's Grena, not Mac. Got it. Yes, I have heard about that too. We don't say the names of the Fae, or as we call them, the little people, as saying their names can draw their attention. Yeah, I am well aware of that. That is why I'm dabbling with a lot of stuff that would make me throw salt behind my shoulder, or at least put myself in a circle of salt, if you believe it that way. I'm also very careful to respect the Fae circles, and I'm very careful. But I do know that in writing what I am writing, I'm walking a fine line, and I might be calling attention to myself. So if I do end up becoming a changeling or disappearing, there might be a reason. I do forgive that. That is my blood sugar going off. It's actually very easy to do this early in the morning. You saw one of the little people when you were younger, which is why you believe in them. I understand. I definitely do. Don't touch the forest. The forest is their home, and if you trespass on them, they will trespass on you. 100% agree. And the reason why I believe is because I see ghosts, I see dead people. A lot. So, I might not have ever seen the little people that I'm aware of. And the reason why I say that I'm aware of is because in my in my Renaissance troupe, even though we work at the Renaissance Fair and we like to bring fun and festivities to the mortals, the muggles, whatever you want to call them. We call them the mundanes. There's a lot of us who have seen the little people, and there are a lot of us who have actually we have dealt with things that we don't talk about often. There's a lot of people that would not believe the things that I have witnessed with my own eyes. There's a lot of people that would not believe that I have been followed and at times possessed, and not with good ghosts. Things that I would border with demon or demonic in the Christianity sense. But I have been strong enough in spirit to ward myself from further, knock on wood, further negative entities. So, oh, they are not kind, nor are they playful. The most kind and playful that you might get is the people that belong to the Seelie court. And that's because, from my understanding, is that they like to play pranks. But they are not the monstrous ones. And Brandon might know more than I do. Well, he definitely knows more than I do. I only know my experiences and what I have learned. But he says, trust me, you don't want to see the little people. Most people think that they're kind and playful. However, trust me when I say that they are scary and dangerous. The little ones in the mushrooms are normally playful, but they can also be dangerous. Also, beware making any promises. Beware of red caps. Beware of kelpie. If you see any black horses in rivers, in ponds, or even in ocean, beware. Don't go on their backs. Definitely don't go on their backs. Yeah. As Brandon said, they like to be mischievous and play pranks, but the dangerous and mischievous ones look the same. Yeah. That's why in my books, when I address the difference between the Seelie and the Unseelie court, that doesn't mean that they are good. The leaders of the Seelie and Unseelie court are Oberon and Titania, and the reason why I use them is because I'm playing an homage to Shakespeare. I am not sure, nor will I ever be sure, who actually leads the Seelie and the Unseelie court, and even if they exist, because the little people, or the Fae, however you want to put them, they are in a world that I don't know about, aside from what I have learned. And so in my mythos, I am paying homage to what I have learned through oral tradition, because I do have family that do the oral tradition. You don't really believe in kelpies, so you just write about them without knowing much, and that's understandable. Like, I know nothing about African mythos except from what I've learned. Yeah, you want to talk about the Queen of Fae, but you're forbidden, and I understand. I definitely understand. That's why all I know is what I learn. Oh, I like it, but I also have reverence. I show reverence. And that is why what I write is what I at least know that I can talk about, because it is written in books from people that have lived it in oral traditions, as well as from what I've learned. I actually go through a lot of mythos chasing, if you'll call it that. And I go as far as talking to people, and I don't just, like, my human character becomes a changeling because he has to sell his soul to save his father. And that's just how it goes, because the moment, and I do address that, the moment you enter a contract, and he does, because he's stupid, he thinks that it's a Saturday job or a summer job. Oh yeah, Ireland is a very important island, or Era, as it is also called. Era, the Isle of Era. And from what I've learned, Brandon, it's because at least the children of Danann, which is what I go through, is the children of Danann fought with humans. I think it was with humans, or it was Odin, if you want to believe Norse. And they lost. And in order to live, they had to connect themselves. I don't know which one you said got it right. Because you might be talking to Amy. I don't know if it's because you're talking to me. And like I said, it is because I do have family in Ireland, and I do have family in Scotland. And I do a lot, and I mean a lot. I talk to them as well as go on the actual sites. Oh, absolutely. I understand that, but I don't know too much about it. Let's see. When you can search the legend of the Tukolisi in South Africa, or it could be Tukolisi. Oh, yes. And that's probably why you said that Ireland, or the Era, the Isle of, yeah. And if I'm not saying stuff right, and if I'm getting things wrong, it is because my blood sugar is low, and you know what? So I do not pass out while I'm on stream and have to go to the hospital or die, because we don't want that. I'm sure we don't want that. And if you do, shame on you. And I will just say that. Shame on you. Because I have almost died 13 times in my life, and I do not. I will do that again. I do not want that happening. I don't mess with them either, Amy. Unfortunately. And I do mean unfortunately. My family. Yeah, Era. I understand that. And like I said, Brandon, it's because I have family in Era, or in Ireland. And that's why I know stuff. Am I alright? I will be in a moment. I am a type 1 diabetic, and if you know nothing about it, which some people do, type 1 diabetic is when your immune system destroys your pancreas because it believes that your pancreas is evil or an enemy to the body. But what most people don't know is that during the night, and this is why diabetes is very difficult to deal with, is because during the night, and I do apologize. I don't like eating in front of camera. I don't like people watching me. I don't like it, but my mouth is becoming numb, so I know, aside from what my CGM is telling me, I know my blood sugar is low. I am sorry, Amy. If this is getting creepy, it's because of this. And that's why I can end the stream and take care of myself, because that is what needs to be done. If you're saying that it's becoming creepy because of what we're talking about, then I don't have to. I do not have to talk about my family and about what my family is going through, or what my family goes through dealing with demons, or spirits, or ghosts. Anything of that. I appreciate it. The reason why I'm apologizing is because I know that at least in America, a lot of people don't like knowing about mental or physical disabilities. And I think we're trying to change that. I hope we are changing it. But I can tell you that there's a lot of people that find it uncomfortable. Oh, not at all the Irish folk. Oh. You don't want me, or probably Brandon. Because, like I said, I know it based on my family. And that's why when I tell you, Brandon, that we are Irish and Scottish, in my husband's case, I am definitely not lying about that. I know. And that's why even in my middle grade, I do not pull the punches when I tell people that I write about fairies and the dangers of fairies. Because I write about dark stuff, and I write about horror, and I write about real mythology and real mythos. And I call it mythology because not everyone believes that the Fae exist, or the little people, or however you want to call them. Because, like I said, I speak in reverence. Now, I know Brandon said guys. So what? What would you like to say? Like I said, I am not trying to sound brusque. And if I do, it's because of my blood sugar. So please forgive me. So what would you like to say? You are correct, though. Not all of Irish folklore. And the only reason why I seem to care about the creepy ones is because I do write about horror and creepy stuff. So I do apologize if I creep anyone out in what I write. Well, I definitely understand you both. So, to A, although I don't live in Era, so I do not think I need to worry too much. But, aside from that, we can talk about something different. So, Amy, you were talking about romantic subplots. Like I said, Brandon, God bless it. Blood sugar. That's all I will say. When it comes to blood sugar, sometimes I stop thinking straight, and that's just because I know why. It's because I definitely respect little people, and I will always respect little people. I wonder if it's in the same, or at least close to the same way, that I've been taught how to shield myself from unwanted spirits. I'm not sure, but I do wonder. Although, if Amy is feeling creepy, or creeped off, creepy, if she's feeling uncomfortable, I definitely understand that we don't go through any of that. Because I do not like having people feel weirded out, especially if they're on my stream. I'm covering my mouth because I do not like when people watch me eat. I've been taught it's rude, especially if I'm not asking you to eat with me. By the way, Amy, if you get scared easily, never read any of my books. I want people to read my books, but I understand. Because I do write horror. Even my romance books, I call them horror romance for a reason. Because I deal with a lot of dead people, as well as a lot of the little people. But, were you able to figure out what romantic subplots you might need help with? I don't want to get involved either. I'm actually Catholic. But like I was saying, my family has no choice in that matter. That's why I've learned how to shield things that I do not want to deal with. Because it is unwelcome. That's good, because in my books I say iron. I say cold iron. That's because that's what I learned, cold iron. That they don't like cold iron. But if it's steel, I will change it, so please let me know. And I don't mean cold iron as in burr, I mean capital C. OLD, cold iron. The third is the easy way, don't talk about them. Don't mention them. I'm aware of that. Sorry. I don't like when people see me like this, although I've had a lot of doctors see me like this. And friends and people, so yeah, I guess. Were we able to help you a little bit with the romantic subplots? Yeah, no, I've heard of that too. I've heard of that too. Although when you say V card, I'm like, if they're talking about innocence, then mine's left. But I'm married, so And if you don't believe me, I can always put my ring on. I just don't tend to wear it in the house because I wash my hands a lot. And I have to take all of it off, and it gets frustrating. Actually, I can show you it. It's very pretty. Since I have it right here. It's like I could always show you. It's very pretty. It's sapphire because I do not care about diamonds. I like sapphire. I like what sapphire means. Sapphire means eternal love, eternal wealth, eternal health. So. Is the because we haven't helped? Because I understand. I don't think I have given some. I would think I've given some, but that doesn't mean that I've given enough plots to help. I know I'll be ending soon because not only is my blood sugar low, but like I said, I have to change my pump. And if you're even a little curious, you can see this little string. Well, it's not a string. Definitely not a string. It's a cannula. It's a hollow tube that connects into my body, and I just cannot change it. Or, well, I could change it, I guess, but I'm not going to change it in front of people. Nope. Well, Brandon, you don't want those people if they're not willing to accept you. I am. Believe me, I am. If not, my husband will scold me. How dare you make me go back to the hospital? No, actually, he wouldn't be like that. He doesn't want me to get hurt, and I understand. In fact, he's the one who saved me at least 3 times. He's the one who has taken care of me many times, so I wouldn't want to hurt myself in any way, shape, or form. I think because I might end up ending the stream only because my blood sugar is I need to take care of this thing. I'm alright, Brandon. I'll be fine. Believe me, I've known how to take care of this thing. But because I cannot. Okay. If you want to share it and then afterwards we will end the stream just because I need to take care of this, and I'm interested. I just didn't want to make Amy uncomfortable, but if she wants to know. I'm just, you smack and steal, it's making me laugh. I think I understand where this is going. what what type of armor, Amy? Because material armor can be made of many things. The most traditional is steel, like steel plating and stuff. Um, you can do iron if you want. Um, Depends on what armor too, because I believe Japan does different. They have different armor, so they will probably use something different too. I was laughing because you're smacking a steel bar, so I'm thinking you probably smacked the thing with steel. It's good that she taught you how to defend yourself. Now, let's see. I am calling my other world. Let me actually see if I can. I need to find out where did I use the. Nope. There's one spot that I was using to type in, and I can't find where it went. Here, let me see if I can. There we go. So since I'm not very good at pronouncing it, I will put it in here. Is that the right word I used, though? I think. Well, I might have just used. Did I use just the one? Or did I do that one? Oh, goodness. You know what? I'll be able to find it. Ah, there it is. Sorry. that is the name that I used for what I named the other world. No, it would make sense. I've heard many stories of what happens when you follow them. Yeah, I actually looked up because my husband and I were trying to find a good word for the place, the other world, and that one actually worked versus the other worlds. There was a whole bunch of names we were looking into, but I liked this one. This one actually worked for both the mythology as well as, you know. Yeah, and that's why I was picking from a collection of names. And I liked that one because there's a lot of meaning behind it. And I enjoyed it. So that's why I picked that one. But yeah, there was a lot of names. We were looking through a lot of them and I was trying to figure out which one worked best, and that was the name that brought me. So that's the name that I decided to call the place in my book. The armor glinted in the mirror's reflection, patterns making the steel surface in an old language long forgotten. I think it looks good. I think you just need to do more about it now. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go because I need to finish this. And I need to go to bed. So, Brandon, so far I've been doing this every night from 1 to 3 in the morning. I'm just like, I don't know how to make her. I don't know how to make her not feel scared. like I said, if you ever want to read my books, don't read them with the lights off. I mean, I know I've scared myself writing, and I love writing dark stuff. So, thank you guys. So, everyone who is still here, because I don't know who else is still here, I do these streams typically from 1 to 3 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time for me in America, so it could be any time in your time, but I write during the night when it's dark and things are creepy, because that's how I like it, and it's just easier for me to think, and that's why I do it. And because I like to write, I figured others might want to write at this time too, and that's why I started the stream. For Nano this month, it's every day. After Nano, I don't want to do it every day, but I would like to do it a couple of days a week. So if you guys have any suggestions on what days you might want to do it, just let me know. I do tell people to avoid the Saturday into Sunday, so like 1 a.m. on Sunday, because Saturday I actually play Dungeons and Dragons for about 12 hours, and we don't always finish till about midnight or 1 o'clock on Sunday. So I don't want to hop onto a stream right after I've spent all that time fighting monsters. As fun as it is, I just can't do it. I write anything dark, anything from ghosts, goblins, ghouls to the Baba Yaga, Kelpie, the oh god, I could get into anything. I like writing about dark mythology of all shapes and sizes, and for all ages. If you like what you see, or you want to see my videos where I actually play in costume and talk to people and show you how I write, and coming soon will be a calligraphy workshop for anyone who wants to know how to write in calligraphy, which I can actually demonstrate. Oh boy, I've got so many books. Which one do I want to show? You know what? So, I show people how I do calligraphy, and I show you how you can do calligraphy. Because that's what's always cool, is being able to write your books in calligraphy format. Makes you feel like you're actually an olden time writer. So those are coming up. I'm also thinking about doing some more ASMR stuff with reading, since for some reason YouTube says I have a good voice for ASMR. Don't know why, but I'm fine with that. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like I said, I'm going to be doing that. And stay tuned, Amy, because I will be putting those up. I'm actually in the middle of doing them. I just have, teaching people calligraphy is a lot harder than it looks. And so I'm trying to work on the rest of it. I'm trying to get enough so that I can do a buffer to make sure that there's a lot there. So, alright, it was great writing with you guys. Come back tomorrow. If for some reason I'm not here, Devin normally contacts me and asks me, are you streaming today? I am using a new streaming service, so things are a little wonky. We'll try to figure that out. If you have any questions or comments about that, also let me know. And remember to always write, to always save, because after midnight the Maguire become gremlins, and you don't want any of them to come after you. Alright? Have a good night.